Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Denise if you are new here, and if you're returning, thank you for coming back. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you can get notified anytime I post a new video, especially if you're interested in these baby updates that after this week they're going to be weekly, as I'm seeing my doctor weekly. But let's get started on this 36 week update. Like always, I'm already out of breath, but let's start off with week 35. Not much besides, like, when I don't know if I told you guys about it in my last update, that my stomach would get so hard, like so hard. I thought it was like my fault because like I had anxiety or something, but it would get like literally like hard. It was like uncomfortable. It wasn't painful enough for me to be like, oh my gosh, I need to go to the doctor. I need to call the doctors. I need to go to the hospital. Like, I knew it wasn't time yet. So that literally has been happening a lot. It has started happening a lot last week and this week. I have been taking it like so much more easier going up and down the stairs because I was getting kind of like painful, like by the end of the night, that I would sit down, like literally like any movement with my legs would hurt so bad. But I do know that that helps, I guess, induce your labor. Like when you're active, it makes it easier for you. So I'm kind of like just going up and down the stairs more often. Like if I'm like, oh, I need this, usually I'd be like, oh, I'll wait. And I'm like, I'll go get it. I just don't carry laundry upstairs anymore. I try really hard not to carry Emily, but just something about I have to take Emily down the stairs carrying her, because I just get like paranoid that she's gonna fall, even though she knows how to go down the stairs. Emily is my 20-month-old. She knows how to go up and down the stairs fine, but it's just like a mom thing that even with my 4-year-old, if I hear her like jump or something by the stairs, I'm like, hey, like the stairs is not a place to play by. So yeah, the babies, like literally this is like the first baby that I can literally feel, and I'm all like, that's the baby, like right there. Like I feel like I can feel like its legs or its arms. It's so like weird. Like I feel like this baby, maybe it's because it's my third pregnancy and I can stretch out more, I guess, my body. I don't know if it's that, but yeah, I don't have much nausea like I used to, like at all. My eating is kind of like, I've been really on drinking like those vitamin waters again that are like 100 calories, like for a thing like this. I've been obsessed with Dutch Bros teas. Like I guess anything that's flavored drink wise, which is not me. I've been getting back into soda a lot, but I'm trying so hard not to drink that because that's something I completely want to cut out. Besides when I go to family parties or out to eat, like I just want to cut off soda. I was never a soda person until my second pregnancy, and as this is my last baby, I feel like I have no reason, like I guess to take, I need to take care of myself because I'm getting old. I'm gonna be 30 years old, and I need to like start losing weight. I did say I was gonna go back to the gym, but I'll talk to you guys about all that after I have the baby. I did start setting up the baby stuff. My husband put up the baby bassinet. I got my hospital bag going, the diaper bag going. The rest of the items I should be receiving throughout this weekend. So as soon as everything's in, I'm gonna make a video for you guys. This is my third time going, so I know exactly what I don't need to pack. And how I was talking about like the baby, my stomach getting hard, that's why I started doing my diaper bag and hospital bag. because I started getting like nervous. I'm like, oh my god, like if something happens, like I don't have anything to take with me. The car seat, like bottom seat's not installed in the car. My girls like overnight bags aren't packed. So I started literally doing all that last week at 35 weeks. So that's pretty much it for last week. For this week, same, starting off with like my stomach getting super super hard. A baby like literally, I feel like doing flips in there. It's just crazy how active I feel like this baby is. But I feel like I say that about every other pregnancy, but the only thing that this baby was not active as quickly as my other two girls. We do not know the gender to the baby. We do have some boy names picked out on girls' name. We cannot decide at all. And I really think it's another girl just because I want a boy. I feel like it's gonna be a girl. So we have no girl names. I like the name Elsie. My husband likes the name Esmeralda. I hate the name Esmeralda and he hates the name Elsie. So if it's a girl, I'm really scared that we're gonna leave the hospital with no name for this baby. Appetite is this week was like the same thing. I don't eat as much. I do get more hungry at night though, but I do eat like, I try to eat like fruit, like my favorite fruit. I like eating apples, I like eating cucumbers, oranges, watermelon. Like I try to snack on that stuff instead of snacking on like sweets, because I have the biggest sweet tooth for this pregnancy. Oh my gosh, just like my second one, like sweetest tooth ever. Today I did have my doctor's appointment, which I did not get to see my regular doctor because he called in for the rest of the week. I was really upset because they called me yesterday. We're kind of like, it felt like they were like, okay, like your doctor's taking off the rest of the week because he's not feeling well. I'm like, okay, I'll just see him next week. And she's all like, no, are you okay with seeing Dr. Blank? And I was all like, oh, I'll just wait for Dr. Torres. And she's like, no, you really need to be seen because now it's your weekly appointments. So I was just kind of like, well, why even call and tell me? I have no other choice. So I'm pregnant and emotional, and I had like a breakdown about it. Like I like called my husband, and then my husband's kind of was like, I think he wanted to be like, get over it, but I think he kind of wanted to be like, oh, I understand, like you're used to seeing this person, I have to see another person, especially now that I'm going to start getting checked if I'm dilated. And then they did that, I forgot what, some kind of like, it's kind of like the pap smear, but it's not the pap smear, like some other one, just to check if it comes back positive to give you like something while you're in labor. I don't know. I was just upset that I wasn't even paying attention to the lady, and more because she was telling me that I was like some type blood that needs to get a shot, and I'm like, I don't think so. And then she's like, oh, well, we're here in your chart, and I'm like, like she kind of saw my face of being like concerned, because I'm like, I ain't trying to just get random shots at me. So she went to go check, and then she comes back, she's like, oh yeah, I read it wrong. And I'm like, girl, you were about to like inject me with something I don't even know. Just like, it's not, I guess I know it's not her fault because I'm not her patient, but that's why I get so like, I did weigh at 173. I believe that's the same weight I was 2 weeks ago, so I'm really not gaining weight, which I'm freaking relieved. I ain't trying to gain weight. My husband swears that I'm gonna get to 200 pounds by the end of this pregnancy, and I really hope I don't. I don't think I'm gonna go up to 200. The most I think I would get to is like 178, and that's kind of like pushing it. Because I feel like now that I'm bigger, like the more like full I know I'm gonna get, and I know how uncomfortable I feel when I eat too much, so I don't even do it. I'm already out of breath, but what I really need to work on is drinking water. I don't drink a lot of water, and especially like, it's just something about in the winter, that I just don't even want to drink water. Oh my god, guys, when I'm saying I'm out of breath, I'm out of breath. At night, I can't get comfortable, and my 4-year-old, she co-slept with us, so I feel like she's starting to miss sleeping with us. Lately, she's been coming into our bed a lot or falling asleep on her bed, compared to my 20-month-old that never co-slept with us, and she goes to sleep in her crib by 8:30. She's like out. This baby's for sure gonna be like its sister Emily, gonna sleep here for 3 months and then to your own room. Okay, she didn't tell me how much my belly measured. She didn't really tell me how much the baby's heartbeat was. I literally felt like I was there waiting longer than seen. I felt like I was seen for like less than 15 minutes, and I was in there waiting for like an hour and a half. She checked. I told her about my stomach pressure, and she was like, "Oh, it could be contraction." So I'm like, "So they are or not?" And then like she's like, "Do you want to get checked if you started dilating?" And I'm all like, and I told her like, "Yes, might as well. You're already down there, you know. It's already uncomfortable." And she tried to check. I don't feel like I think she was just kind of like rushing, like she just wanted to like, oh, and like leave. She basically was like, your cervix is up too high, I believe is how she worded it. She's like, if you really want me to check, it's gonna hurt. So she's like, let's just say that you haven't dilated at all yet. And I'm just like I don't know. I just like this appointment didn't even count to me. I see my doctor on coming up week on Monday. So that appointment's the one that's gonna count. Because this lady I just felt like it was rushed. I felt like she really didn't check. But she told me that the baby hasn't dropped down, but she felt the baby's head. I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it's just me being mad about it. That is basically it for week 35, 36. Those like pressure I get, like they aren't like I need to go to the hospital. I feel like I can tolerate them. But let me show you guys the baby bump. How cute is my outfit? This is from my second pregnancy. It's a 2-piece. 1, 2. I'm so gonna like shed a tear when I give somebody all my maternity clothes, because I have really cute maternity clothes. But let me show you the bump. It is pretty pointy, so maybe the baby hasn't dropped down. But I feel like my stomach's like, you know? I did not get the measurement for how they measure it here. So I have no idea. The one thing that has grown is my double chin. Maybe that's where all the fat's going. That is it for this pregnancy update. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. These videos are now going to be weekly. I really hope, like, I want my baby to be born by the end of this year, but just because what the doctor said that I saw today makes me feel like this baby isn't going to come till like it's closer to its due date. Like, you know, I'm due January 9th, but I want to have this baby at 38 weeks like I had my other two, which is the last week of the year. But I'm just gonna not even think about what she said, and I'm just gonna wait for Dr. Torres, even though I do know that sometimes you can be at 2, dilated like at 2, and then it take like 2-3 weeks till you go into labor. I know pregnancy is different. It's like I don't want to rush it. Like I want to enjoy my belly for a couple more weeks. But then I'm kind of like, okay, I want this baby to be born this year. I don't know. I just think in my head that I'm like, my other one was born in 2020 and I want this one to be born in 2021. I'm just crazy. But that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next week for another baby bump update. Peace.